Unworthiness. Let's talk about it. I'm going through a lot of cycles of unworthiness, regurgitating itself up to be alchemized, transmuted, and I have realized some things within the past 24 hours. It just feels like when you embody that belief system, it feels like everything you do is never going to be good enough. Every attempt to transform, every attempt to find the deeper meaning, every attempt to love yourself, every attempt to make connection is never good enough. It's never good enough. But it's like through me having like a silent mini panic attack yesterday, it was like its own initiation. It was like its own calling, resurrection to see the truth of unworthiness is an illusion of value. It's actually like delusion. It is conditioning, but it is delusion. It is complete delusion, and not in the sense of like delulu. No, like actual delusion, like, if you want to call it matrix, but it's just mind warping, manipulation. We can try so hard to be the best version of ourselves, but none of that will mean anything until we actually believe in our value, believe in our worth, believe in our true inherent state of love, of goodness, of like I don't even know the right word. The energy's there. And see, this is another thing. I have to come on here to say this about the fact that like I will overcomplicate myself. Over-explain myself. I will, and I'm sure lots of you do this as well. Overexerting yourself, trying to prove the value of your worth because you inherently don't believe it. There's a lot of things that I have projected into my reality that prove that I don't inherently believe in my value. And what's all that about? Because somebody else doesn't fully see it? Because I don't get the validation? Because I don't get a transactional little token of love or, praise? It's like anything that is not going to prove you right, let them prove you wrong. Let them be decisive about whatever's coming in contrast, in polarity to your inherent worth. Let them believe that delusion, but let them believe that perspective, that consciousness. And instead, let yourself value yourself. Stop taking advantage of yourself in the ways that you choose to be transparent. You choose to do your shadow work. You choose to be discerning. Stop taking advantage of yourself. If it doesn't truly equate to your value, your true value, besides your ego, besides all of the dogma and everything, your true value, that is the only thing that you need to reflect upon in this earth. Oh, I'm getting chills. That is the only thing. Stop. Look at the energy moving through. That is the only thing that you need to expand, to transform, to create sovereignty in this freaking world. That is the only thing. In the quantum field, like, forget the world, forget this planet, forget the big rock ball that we all spin around on. All you need is the value. All you need is that value. And as your heart begins to open more and more to your value, the compassion, the adoration, the romanticism of your value, even embodiment and empowered, structured, applied action to your value. You will begin to see your life change. I still have, I'm gonna be fully transparent with you, I still have yet to see that fully change. But I have seen it change. I have seen it shift. We may be in the process of it, but we still see it shift. Let it take its time that it needs to take. Let it be in alignment. And sometimes the alignment is sitting in it. Sitting in the stillness, sitting in the waiting, sitting in the polarity of your physical world not matching up. Maybe not looking, not appearing as aligned, but it is aligned. The alignment might have needed to be you sitting in the stillness, because it's truly anchoring your core value. And that just brings me back to dogma. What is your karmic beliefs? The lies that you have been told, that you tell yourself, the conditioning, the warped perspectives that you still believe. What are those? What are those? What defines that for you? What is in that stillness, like, what is your true value? What is, besides your identity, besides your body, your skin and bones, and the physical material makeup of this reality, your soul? What is the value of your soul? What does that hold? What does that energy bring to this world? To connection, to success, to business, to money, to relationships, to literally anything and everything. What does that offer? And most importantly, because we're restructuring this, what does that bring to yourself in your purpose? How does that help you expand? How does that help you get a leg up? How does that help you get further in this purpose? In this state of being? You already are valuable. There's absolutely nothing you have to do. There's absolutely nothing you have to change about yourself. There's not, like, this is your core. The only thing that you have to wake up to is the undoing of all of the delusion, of all of the mind warping, the brainwashing. That is what needs to be done. It's undoing the doing and becoming the being. I like that. Undoing the doing and becoming the being. Because authenticity is so much more than like showing up at a higher frequency, showing up in a more compassionate state. Authenticity is truly owning the belief. Owning, it's like the atomic cellular energy particle wavelength and structure of your value. So nothing, it's acting out of resistance to perform. Choosing to just naturally settle into your authentic state, into your nature, around people, to be perceived, and to choose to sit in your natural state. Like when you are in your natural habitat, what does that look like? Where does your heart go? Where does your thoughts go to? What mindsets do you curate for yourself? You know, especially if like you're in your creative moments or you're in a state of meditation. Where is your energy? Where is your frequency? Where is your consciousness? Where is your value? That is the only thing that you need in this world. To choose to unmask that. To allow that juicy, vulnerable, precious version of you out into the open. I hear you, I love you, I see you. I hear you, I see you, I love you. Niem tia ki kien I tia. Ukunutu takena. You are beautiful. You are a blessed presence on this earth. Sacred. And no amount of karma, no amount of dogma, no amount of lies or treachery or fears could ever take that away from you. It is your genetic makeup. It is the very existence of your being, of your core. There's nothing that can take that away. The authentic you, the valuable, precious version of you, can never be taken away. So stop trying to add more this, add more that, enhance and fixate and try to change that value for something outside of you. Because that is an illusion in itself. The frequency that is you, that is that value, is also the makeup of your entire reality. of your own consciousness, of your quantum field. So just allow yourself to expand in that. And that's why we sit in that solitude. That's why we sit in that alignment of the pause. It's the void. Okay. I love you. I love you, my beautiful, Pookie, beautiful, sacred, sensual, divine beings. I'll see you soon.